let's make a vintage clothespin bag. Hi everyone, I'm Caitlin. I teach old-fashioned sewing skills on my channel, and today, yes, we were supposed to work on 19 teens and 20s little boy, like baby rompers, which we made the girls' dresses last month. So I have one in green, one in red, and one in yellow, and I had enough fabric left over to make little rompers of the same fabric. So we have 3 in each for each gender. I can only find the yellow fabric. I put it right there with all the other fabric because I knew I'd be working on it soon. Only the yellow fabric is there. I'm missing these two. So I'm going to give myself another month to find it, and hopefully it'll turn up. As a little sneak preview, this is the original we will be copying next month. My friend Kimberly came across a treasure trove of vintage baby stuff, and she bought it for me under the condition that I would pattern it out, sell patterns, and I need to make prototypes before I do that, so that's what we're going to do. So it has this lovely like little embroidered edging all over it, just like a little kimono top and little trousers. So yes, we'll be doing this next month, hopefully, if I find the fabric. But I didn't want to leave off no video today, so we're going to make something I actually need for my house that is a vintage thing, because this is like 20th century slots. I didn't want to fill it with something 19th century. I wanted to do something that was 20th century for my people who like to watch the 20th century stuff. And I just put out a clothesline on the property because a lot of our 19th century reproduction stuff doesn't really need to be dried in a dryer. It needs to be air dried. And so I put in a clothesline, and I figured out very quickly that it's hard to keep the amount of pins. Now I have pockets on either side, so it actually isn't that hard for me. But I thought it'd be easier to have something that was just right there I could go to. So I started looking into vintage clothespin bags. So I went through all sorts of designs and patterns. There's cute ones that look like little mini dresses that look like toddler dresses, and those are cute. But we've kind of been doing that anyway, so I didn't really want to do that. I found some cool ones that were on hangers, or at least had wires on the inside of them to make them stand out. I liked that a lot. And then I found a 1915 illustration, kind of like a pattern of a clothespin bag. And so this is the shape, and it had the word clothespins written in it. But I thought that was really plain, and so I've added a little design that is also vintage. I found it on another clothespin bag, and I just kind of meshed the two together. So I have a bunch of natural cotton, so it's unbleached cotton that I bought off Dharma Trading. I bought like, I don't know, maybe 20 yards. I don't remember how much. It was a lot. It's a pile of it to make, laundry bags and travel laundry bags, all that sort of thing for the whole family. And so I have a bunch of this stuff now, and we're gonna go ahead and make a clothespin bag out of it. And then I have a transfer pencil to transfer the embroidery design on it. I actually have to reprint this because I printed it to where you can actually read the word clothespins. But if I put it on the fabric, it's going to be backwards. So I need to flip the image, print it out again, then we can do this, right? Okay. So I'm going to do all that, and I'm probably going to go ahead and finish the edges around the piece just so they don't unravel. But I think I want the bulk of this video to be the embroidery, so all I'm going to do is reprint this thing flipped over, trace it out, which is literally just drawing over it with a pencil, iron it, finish the edges, which I'm using my modern machine for because I don't have a serger that works, and I'll meet you for the embroidery. I'm going to apologize ahead of time for the chicks in the background. So yeah, we're going to work on the embroidery. I did have to because it was really not showing up with either one of my pencils. I don't know what's wrong with my pencils. And probably just need to get new ones. I tried the red one and the blue one. The red one worked better. I can at least get the wording out down here. You probably can't on the camera, but I can. I can barely see it. But I did just with a pencil freehand the other part. Let's go ahead and get started. I am going to use all 6 strands. I think I want to do a back stitch for this one. probably should have started on the words. I'm still somewhat undecided about all the colors, so I figured the stuff I would do brown first. So like these are usually wooden posts. So we're gonna do the wooden post brown. Probably a lighter brown for, you know, the clothesline, maybe a white even for the clothesline. And then like a really light brown for the pins. Medium brown for maybe the basket down there. I just figured it'd be a little bit easier to start with all the browns. See, these are the things I really enjoy doing for, you know, the house and that sort of thing, because we have a 1940s, 1950s house, and doing something that would have been used when the house was made just makes me happy. Also, I don't know if it's of any use to anybody, but for the post, I'm using all DMC floss. This is 3862. And then I think we're gonna go ahead. Let's just do a white, or like a light gray. Yeah, let's do light gray for the twine. This is gonna be 882. I think I'm gonna do this in a stem stitch. I should probably wait to do the clothespins until after I had everything else done, because I feel like that's something that would go over the clothes, so to speak, because you see them like going above, and then you see them going over the line, and you see them on the fabric, at least if you're, you know, really putting your clothes on the line, which they didn't really care about making this super realistic, but I care about making it realistic. And it's my clothespin bag, so we're gonna make it as realistic as we can. And then for the basket itself, we're gonna use 938. It's a very dark brown. And then I think for some of the laundry in here, and then part of this dress over here, we're gonna use 3042. Alright, so now I have a basket, one of the little fabric pieces over here, a dress, and a bib. I think next we'll do, I'm thinking I want this to be, let's see, I have this blue that I thought I would use. That may be too much. Also have more of a slate blue. There's even a different, yeah, they're exactly the same thread. So they look very similar. Yep, they are. They're exactly the same. I don't have a lot of greens, which we're gonna put some flowers on the ground, and I probably need to save my greens for all of the stuff underneath, and I only have these two greens right now. Oh, actually, no, better yet, let's use that for green. That goes with the color scheme we're kind of going with right now. And then I think a pink. And I can do that color. I think I'm gonna make this dress blue and yellow. This towel can be this color maybe. Okay, the blue is gonna show up and the yellow one really isn't. Interesting. Well, that one, both of them showed up. I think it'll just kind of give a weird little effect where sometimes you'll see both, sometimes you'll see one or the other. we're at the sewing machine, I'm going to stitch just around. Oops, that would be the wrong clip for this. And I've already finished the edges, so it really is just stitching around it. And the top part I'm going to iron down, so about 1/2 inch and then about 1.5 inches-ish. Slight change of plan. I couldn't fold it over that far because of the shape of the bag gets slowly bigger, so it was just putting in gathers. So I have the 2-inch twill tape that we're going to put around, which will also make it a little bit thicker up there, which I like. So I think we're good with that. I'm going to go ahead and put in ties. I'm going to make them extra long. I'm going to put one on each seam, so there'll be 2 ties that of course you'll tie together. And the reason I'm doing this is I want to make the bag stick out at the top so that you can reach in easily and grab pins. And I've seen it done with hoops, so like wooden hoops, which I thought I have, apparently I don't, so that was plan A. Another way they used to do it was with wire around, which I can't find either. So we're going to put a leather strip in there to help it stick out. Just a 1-inch strip piece of leather. I have no idea why I have this, how long I've had it, no clue. Why I have it. So that actually works surprisingly well. We'll flip it right side out. Remove any threads that I find on this side. And I think I'm going to iron the very bottom of that bag, but we're ready to put pins into this. Alright, I have a bowl full of pins. All the clothespins into the bag that we made. And then I have a blanket that I need to go hang outside anyway, so let's go ahead and put it to good use. Alright, so it's hot outside, but there's our little bag. So you saw it work. I think it works fantastic. These are probably a little long, but it's not bad at all, and you saw kind of how it works. You put it on, and then I put it on the wrong side at first, but on the opposite side I figured it out. So you put it on the right side or whatever direction you're going, and then you can keep sliding it down the line as you keep putting more clothes on. So it works as like a slidey thing too. So ideally I'd hang this somewhere near my front door. Do I want clothespins near my front door though? Because that's usually something that you kind of keep hidden. So I'm wondering if I need to find I can hang it in the laundry room. I can put a little nail, hang it in the laundry room, and that way I can just grab it whenever I grab the clothes. I don't even want to even put a nail in there. I almost never go into, this is like excess storage. So like extra laundry soap and such. I rarely go into that drawer, so I wonder if I just tie it here. So I could move it because it's the washer. I could move over here, but I go into both these cabinets a lot. If it hangs down, it's gonna get in the way of this thing. So I think right there is fine. So I know it's not what we're supposed to be doing. I still have not found that fabric at all. I don't know where it is. I'm sure it's somewhere and I'll find it at some point in time. Hopefully before next month. If you've enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Click that little bell notification so you're notified anytime I upload a new video. And as always, have a fantastic week, and I'll see you back here in the next one. And just because y'all had to hear them for quite a while, here's some baby chick footage. Yes, they're in my kitchen and they're making a mess. We were just out of town this weekend. They are too big to fit in their little tote anymore, but they're not big enough to where I trust them outside all the time. They're not as cute as they were either. They're getting like half feathery. They're getting their teenage years. They're a little awkward now. But since you've been dealing with the sound, I'll go ahead and give you some baby chick footage. And there's one. The little feathers are coming in. I can't move this big thing by myself, and this is our first day back. Otherwise, they would be gone. Or, I mean, they'd be outside. Not like gone, but they'd be outside. So when Rhett comes home tonight, we're probably going to move them back out. But yes, that's what they look like now. I'm trying to give y'all updates at least once a week so you can see their growth.